And now it is my honor to introduce our wonderful Reverend Joanne Boruck, and she is going to speak of a wholeness revolution. Reverend Joanne.
That's a hippie word, eh? A
Yeah.
revolution. You say you want. Thank you, Reverend Tress. Thank you, Russell. It really does take a village. Whew. Happy New Year. Please join me in an opening affirmative prayer. One Spirit, one Creator of all that is, one God. I am expression of the All Good, the All God. I am youthful, vibrant spirit. In this moment, this day, this center, this province, this country, and this planet, I declare and affirm that I live in awe. I know my cells and my mind, and my whole beingness is wholeness. The spirit of joy, health, and revolution is in my soul. I am a beautiful being of light and love. It flows to me, into me, and through me. I have plenty to share, plenty to spare, and this truth brings gratitude into my life. For this center, for these co-creators here today with me, I am filled with thanksgiving. I let this treatment go, knowing my word has been spoken. It is already done. I believe and I receive, and I affirm this by saying, and so it is. Now let's take a moment to just meditate on the year that's been, the good, the bad, the ugly, and this affirmation of truth. Close your eyes if you choose, or just allow them to focus on the beauty of this day. And relax your eyes and be still. Let your mind be open. Let your heart be open, like the petals of a delicate flower, opening to receive truth. I speak these words for each person here who claims them as their own. In the I am connecting with the I am presence, which is spirit. There is one truth, one absolute, peaceful, joyful, loving truth. And this is what I know for sure. As I tune my heart and my mind to God and focus on each moment unfolding, I recognize my wholeness. New and bright and optimistic and light. I am light. I am the power and strength, and I use it to walk through the darkness, to shine light on my life and all my experiences. I am light. And in the light there is a presence of truth. In this moment, there is a question within each of us that needs to be answered. Bring that question to mind. And allow your intuition to guide you to the truth of the question. I allow my intuition to guide me, and I turn away from I wish to I know. I know who I am. I know my path is divine. I know myself, and I walk in truth. The absolute truth is my purpose, my passion, and it always unfolds for my greatest good and for the greatest good of all, regardless of opinions or circumstance. The wholeness revolution is expressed by my example, not by my opinion. Absolute and whole is my truth. I am grateful for it. I know it, and I release it in the confidence that all is well. God is good, and so am I, and so it is. Whew. 2 spiritual mind treatments. There's a method to my madness today. In this last day of 2023, let us resolve to evolve and revolve. You know, when I think about resolve or a resolution, it's so passive. It's like, I'm going to try or I might. But if we turn that into a revolution, it brings to mind, I am, I do. Revolution means a drastic change. And that's what I think I need. Is it something that you need too? Well, this morning we're going to create our own personal affirmative prayer for this year. And you can take it with you and use it all year. And you know, because we're doing it together, what you do for yourself, you're doing for all of us because we're all one. And I'd like to thank Laura Lee. Last week she says, you often talk about, that sounds like a spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer. How do I do that? How do I do it for myself and others? So today, it's more than a talk. It's an interactive experience that'll help me and help you. Do you know, resolution refers to a decision or determination to do something. But a revolution refers to a fundamental change. That's what I want, a fundamental change. The other thing about wholeness is it's not linear. Wholeness is a circle. Boy, I did a lot of research on revolution and resolution and wholeness. And I came across this thought that revolution is waking up to something beyond what you've already known. As we embark on this journey of higher consciousness, our destiny unfolds towards our highest potential. And it's in unknown realms, we call it, in the God consciousness, that we're being guided, protected, and assisted on our way. And if we connect with that revolutionary consciousness, as new challenges appear, difficulties seem to fall out of the way and fade, and we keep moving forward. And wholeness is a good thing too. Wholeness will displace us from being from this position or that position. Wholeness brings us into our center. And it changes our thinking and it attunes us to the intelligence. Divine intelligence, Reverend Trust calls it. It attunes us to that very intelligent out of which we were born. And this journey into wholeness is a revolution that the entire planet is crying out for. And it can only begin with individuals like you and me making a personal change. And I want to start with a song that Karen Drucker wrote about treatment. And it's called Are You Ready to Receive? And if you'll notice, Are You Ready to Receive is R-U-T what? R-U-R-T-R. 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 Are you ready to receive? Those are the steps of treatment. I might turn this off. And then the God candle representing wholeness. A wholeness revolution is where we're focusing our intentions today. So on your page, under the first step, you don't have to write it down now. I'm just going to give you some ideas. You can write down that God is, and you can put joy, peace, light, love, power, wholeness, or you can add any other word. Spirit, creator, divine, oneness, abundance. So you can choose to write one word or you can write them all. So as you think about that, what is God to you? And I want you to share that with us. Juliet, what did you write down God is? Say it again. I'll repeat it.
I know one creator,
One creator,
joy,
joy,
divine abundance
divine abundance
in all aspects of life.
in all aspects of life. So the first thing you do with spiritual mind treatment and affirmative prayer is recognize that there is a power greater than you are in the universe, and you can call it whatever you want. But the first thing is recognizing that it's not you that does the work. So then the second one is called unification. And this is so relevant and so important because it's the foundation of spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer. It's plugging into the power that connects your energy to the qualities of God. And sometimes I stay on this step for a long time until I really feel like I'm connected to something greater than me, and it's not just me doing the work. We read about that in the Bible where Jesus said, "It is not me, but the Father within that does the work." Or, "I of my own self do nothing." And it's our divine inheritance. Just as we receive some qualities from our parents and our grandparents, if we follow the stream of consciousness back to God, that's our original essence. So all those things that you wrote down that God is, so are you. And now you can take two paths here. Like I said, there's no one way to write a spiritual mind treatment. You can write, God is love, joy, peace, power. And then under the I am, unification, you can say, I am joy, love, peace. All those qualities that you said that God is. You're recognizing your own divinity. Or you can simply say, I am peace. Out of all of those qualities, what is the one that you want to embrace for this year? I'm choosing peace. I am peace. So we can take two paths. You don't have to write it down yet, but say you choose peace. Sometimes if you'll listen to my treatment, sometimes if I say, I am peace, I go on and expand on it. I say, I am peace. And then I expand that into, I want to see peace in the world. I express peace in my words, actions, and deeds. I am peace and peaceful because I am one with the creative divine source of all. And I allow peace to express through me as me. And all those who come into my experience feel the peace that I am. So now I want you to write, who are you in relation to your God self? I have to tell you that Ernest Holmes, he wrote them all. Like if he said God was light, power, peace, joy, love. He wrote that too. I am love, power, peace, joy, and love. His wife Hazel, she did treatment for people in an instant. She said, God is, and so am I. And, if that's something you want to write, you can write that too. God is, and so am I. So I'm going to drum a little bit, and I want you to write who you are. Love, are you ready? Joy, are you ready? Peace, are you ready? Are you ready to receive? And now we get to step 3. Step 3 is really familiar to us because that's the affirmation. Louise Hay does it, Wayne Dyer did it, and The Secret did a lot of it. The trouble with an affirmation without step 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 is it's not as believable. If you have to say an affirmation every day for 108 days or whatever The Secret said, then you have lost faith. You really should be able to say it once from your heart and let it go. Thank you. And if you have to start all over again, start at the beginning. God is. I am. And this is where you state who you already truly are. I am this. I realize my truth. I declare my truth. And then you have to say how that shows up in your life. I'll give you a couple examples, and you can write down what feels right for you. For example, if you chose, I am abundant. In your declaration, you might want to say, and all my needs are met with ease and grace. Or if you were thinking about oneness, I am oneness. You could put, I attract and see the oneness of all people. Like-minded people are in every area of my world and my life. Or peace. I could say, I accept and see others with unconditional love. That is how I'll know when I'm experiencing peace, because I see everybody with unconditional love. And that's how you'll recognize that you're abundant, because all your needs are met. And that's how you'll know that you're practicing oneness, because everybody you connect with is just like you in that oneness. So, and step 3 is really where Spirit speaks to you, where you get the answers to your questions. So Ernest Holmes says, get your bloated nothingness out of the way. That is when you stop. In treatment and meditation, we talk about step 3 being the meditation of the treatment. So if you stop at step 3 and really just let Spirit speak to you, the words are already within you. God put them there before you ever had the question. So as I drum, I want you to write down what you're declaring your life will feel like in your heart in 2024. These are the gifts of the Goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Goddess, are you ready to receive your gifts? Your gifts. And that might seem a little daunting to have to do step 1 and step 2 and step 3, but I'm telling you, they work. Because they plug you in to the ultimate power of Spirit, Divine Mind, or God. So now we've connected, we know who we are, we know how it's going to feel when it shows up in our life, and we're not done. Because the T is thanksgiving. And you can use this area, this Thanksgiving, to express gratitude for what you said in step 3. I am grateful for the peace in my life. Or you can go on, as now every time I do affirmative prayer treatment, I know you guys are going to be looking. I'm going to have to really pay attention now. So you can say, I'm grateful for this center. I'm grateful for my partner. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my friends. And you can just go on until you feel that gratitude wash through you. I've expressed gratitude for everything that's in my life right now. And so I'm going to drum, and I want you to write down a few things you're grateful for. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. day, Spirit. Thank you for this day, this healing, this healing, this healing day, this healing, this healing, this healing day. And we're almost done. Now we get to let it go. Sometimes in my mind I think about, I blew out a candle. You know how the smoke seems to twirl up into the ether? And that's how I imagine my words are. My words are just floating out there, attracting what I need in my life. And this is the part where faith comes in. Have faith that your word has power. Do you know you can't let it be until you can let it go? So let it go and let it be. And just know that whatever is unfolding is for your greatest and highest good. Now we planted the seed in 1, 2, and 3, and we're not going to dig it up to see if it's germinated. We wait, and we know, and we let it go. I often end my treatments with, I release my word and it is returned to me, multiplied and overflowing. Or return to me complete. Or I release in faith. So how do you release things? What is the word that tells you you're complete? And then we say together, and so it is. And we've completed our circle of oneness. You know, if you use spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer daily, it will change your life. And that will change your mind. And I welcome and challenge each and every one of you. I put some blank ones on the back table to write a treatment for the growth of this center. Spiritually, physically, financially, for the greatest good of all concerned. And then bring it, and we'll read one every week. So if nothing else, get into the habit. Funny Reverend Tress said in her meditation to look in the mirror and say, I love you. Get in the habit of saying, I love you. I love you. And also to say it's okay. Boy, nobody tells us it's okay to say it's okay. It's okay if you have to rewrite that treatment 50 times. Start at the beginning and connect with a power greater than you are. Affirmative prayer is powerful medicine. And meditate on that, on an affirmative prayer. When I was meditating on it, I got a mandala that came with all the treatment steps on the outside and me in the middle. Do you know mandala is just a Sanskrit word for circle, and circle is an ancient word for wholeness. I'm going to stay after treatment, after my talk, and I do have some blank forms with a little more information about treatment if anybody wants to discuss it or needs clarity. But for now, please join me in a closing affirmative prayer. There is one mind, one power, one love, one light, one God. In the expanse of it all, so am I, one. I am one person, one heart, living one life, expressing the one God as me. I declare and realize and know with every cell of my being that all that is spoken with intention and emotion is the out picture of what happens in my life. I have the power to change my life. I am spiritual. I am an open mind, and I allow myself this morning to release any ideas that are not bringing me to my highest good. I speak with a sound mind, a spiritual mind, a God mind, and I do treatment for the same. I release this into the law where the words are acted upon and returned to me, multiplied and overflowing, for my greatest good and the greatest good of all concerned. And with great gratitude from the deepest part of my heart for this truth, I state, and so it is. Thank you. I am Reverend Joanne Faith, peace and love. And I'm ready to receive the wholeness revolution. Thank you.